Good morning, Ray. Thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast anonymously sponsored. Welcome to the longest parsha in the Torah, Parshas Naso. Why is it the longest parsha in the Torah? Because you see, each Nasi, when they brought the carbon, the Torah repeats it. Whatever print, whatever Nasi brought, the Torah repeats it. The question is, why the Torah is usually very judicious. They don't put out extra words. The Torah should just say, here are the karbanos that all the 12 tribes brought. Why does it list each one individually? So one answer that I saw is that sometimes people have a tendency to be creative, and let's say one person brought the carbon the first day. Second, you know what? I'm going to do better. I'm going to one up. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. So the thing is that everybody was exactly the same. Nobody tried to one up each other by coming up with something a little different to show that, hey, I'm a great person. That's our tendency, is we want to be better than the next person. However, the Ramban gives a different answer. And he says that the same people can bring the same carbon, but their intentions are different. So therefore, since their intentions and what they put in is different, it's as if it's a completely different carbon. It looks the same, but it's not exactly the same. Each one brings his own creativity to the carbon, puts his own thoughts into it. Many people today complain they feel constrained by the davening. This davening was written thousands of years ago. Maybe the davening should change to reflect today's contemporary needs that we have. The story is told by Rabbi Cheskel. He had a close disciple told him about a friend who underwent the kidney operation, and Rabbi Cheskel says, I pray for this every day. How do you pray for it every day? He says, in the bench, what did we say? We should eat matnas, basar v'dam, gifts of flesh and blood. So the student challenges, it means we shouldn't accept money from people. That goes, no, it's very little. With today's insight, basar v'dam means flesh and blood. We're praying, we shouldn't require a transplant, which is flesh and blood. So even though it was written thousands of years ago, in those days they didn't have it, it meant differently, but you're able to expand what our tefillas are. It's all done with Ruach HaKodesh, that we're able to use today's needs within the davening itself. That's the one example, Matzos Basar V'Dam. So this understanding was the same thing the Sim have. Whatever you put into it, even though it looks exactly the same, the words could be the same, the carbon could be exactly the same, but the intent that you put into it, that's what makes it different. That's why the Torah repeats every single carbon to say, even though it looks the same, it's not the same, it's what you put into it. That's the main thing. And even in davening, if you really analyze the words, you'll see that a lot of our contemporary issues are embedded in the davening itself. Have a wonderful day.